Hello, 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 everyone. I hope you guys are well. I am back with another social media update. And this update is going to be specific to Instagram and LinkedIn. So, this is social media news that we're going to be talking about the newest stuff with Instagram and Facebook. So, Facebook is now working on a feature that will let you share a reel or a video to stories starting at a specific moment instead of starting at the very beginning of your reel. Say you're doing a reel and you want to be specific about one topic in your reel. That option will allow you to share the reel to your stories at the specific starting point that you want to make sure everyone's aware of. So they're working on that. So that's pretty awesome. The other thing, if you haven't noticed, is Instagram has changed around the notification, the option to upload on your Instagram page. So, one of the things that you want to basically, I'm going to tell you how it currently looks and what is coming up. So, right now, at the bottom of your home page on your Instagram account, right? At the very bottom, you can see these options right here. So you have the home button, you have the search button, you have the plus where you can upload your post, your reel, or your story. You have the reel button, and then you have the circle, which is your option for your logo, or you can go there to go to your settings or things of that sort, right? That's where it is currently. And I have an Android based phone. So what's going to happen is you'll have the home button. The next button will be the Reels button. The next button will be the option to go to your DMs. And then it's going to have the search option. And then, of course, back to your kind of your logo or your picture. So I have two Instagram accounts. One is updated. It asks you the question if you want to update, and the other one is still at the old setting. So how you'll know about this update is that there's going to be, when you log into Instagram, it's going to say Instagram is now easier to navigate. Access Reels and Messages anywhere. Reels and Messages are now front and center in the navigation bar, and introducing swiping. Now you can swipe between your favorite spaces, including Reels and camera. The other thing that they pointed out is updating your change to your navigation. It's going to restart the app for you, so you don't have to get out the app. You don't have to go to the Play Store or the Apple's Play Store or Apple Store or anything like that. But it also says you won't be able to switch back after updating. So once you decide to do this new format that they're suggesting, or they're asking, if you want to, you cannot go back to the old way. Before, you try something with most things. You try something, if you don't like it, you can be able to switch. This is not an option. They're saying once you switch to the new navigation, this is it. So yeah, there's some people that's tested it out. They're like, okay, whatever. I'm not really caring or interested in this. But you also have a lot of people that are super active on Instagram that they like this change. So the other thing that they're doing is Facebook adds a topic search recommendation and friends to like Reels. Facebook has announced some new updates to boost Reels engagement, including indicators on posts that your friends have liked and algorithm improvements designed to surface newer videos fast. This is on Facebook specifically, right? But what it's saying is, which should help Facebook to get more people spending more time watching your Reels. And it makes sense for Facebook to double down on this format, because this is already an option where most people do Reels realistically on Instagram, but it's not necessarily like the front and center thing for people to do when it comes to Facebook. simply because they don't like the interface of the Reels option when you're on Facebook, or they just don't care to do a Reels. Their preferred way of posting is dropping a picture and content. So this is going to be quite interesting. We'll see if you'll hear more so of people complaining about it, but that was the other thing for them, introducing this Edits app so that people can feel more comfortable with doing video editing and being able to edit within an app, where some people feel like CapCut is a little bit too advanced or too technical for them, that they don't want to use CapCut. And since Facebook looks down on using outside apps, they wanted to create something so that people that can upload videos to Instagram will still get their content pushed out. Now, although they said, even though you use Edits doesn't necessarily help to get your content pushed out. But it is just an app for you to be able to create your Reels and edit your Reels and make it look a little bit more crisp. So that is the other update. And I know a lot of people weren't really still, there are some people that are not interested in Reels at the moment. So they're still trying to work on other apps that they like, or upload content because they're not really interested in doing Reels at that particular time. But it's really Instagram, Facebook is really trying to push Reels more. And I get it, because they are trying to push Reels more. And one last update, if I can pull this up, that would be the greatest, because it's so many things going on that I want to make sure that I try to get in at least every update that I can about Instagram, and at least every update that I can about Instagram. But honestly, there's so many updates to Instagram and Reels. It's definitely going to be a lot more videos that I make, even though I just try to make sure I put everything in one video so that it's not so many. There's going to be more, I promise you. There's always an update with Instagram and Facebook. There's not a day that doesn't go by that there's another update. But that is it. If you guys have any questions, be sure to put the questions below. If you have any thoughts about the newest change to Instagram, let me know how you feel about that. If you prefer the old method, remember, if you do decide to switch to the newer way that the layout is, you can't go back. So, unfortunately. But I will talk to you guys on the next video.